Close your eyes. The world fades. Time pauses. But something within you continues. Silently, mysteriously, our consciousness begins a nightly journey, leaving behind the physical body as if slipping into another realm. Why do we dream of the impossible? Why do some experience out-of-body sensations? And if the brain is resting, why is it often more active during sleep than in our waking hours? The truth about consciousness during sleep is more complex than we've ever imagined. If you're fascinated by mysteries of the mind, the soul, and the edges of reality, hit that subscribe button. This channel is your portal to what lies beyond the veil. Most people think of sleep as a shutdown, like powering down a machine. But the brain doesn't rest the way we assume. During REM sleep, your brain is often more active than during waking hours. You're lying still, yet inside, entire worlds are forming. Stories, emotions, sounds, landscapes, your consciousness isn't asleep. It's just turned inward. What appears as rest on the surface may be a full journey on another plane. This poses a strange question. If the body stays, but the mind travels, is sleep a form of temporary disconnection from physical reality? And what about dreams that feel more real than real life? Why do some wake up feeling more refreshed, inspired, or haunted by what occurred in the dream than anything they experienced while awake? It suggests that while the body recharges, consciousness might be exploring, learning, even evolving in ways we don't yet understand. You've likely dreamed of places you've never been, had conversations with strangers who feel familiar, lived entire experiences your waking self has never known. Scientists claim this is just your brain reorganizing memories. But if that's true, why do you dream of things you've never encountered? Why do some dreams carry emotions you've never felt in waking life? Maybe the dream world isn't built from memory at all. Maybe it's built from something else, something we tap into nightly but rarely understand, something vast, ancient, and shared. And what about the archetypes, the recurring symbols that appear across cultures and time? Serpents, staircases, falling, flying. How is it that humans across centuries and continents dream the same symbols? Could it be that dreams are more like messages, encoded from a place beyond the individual self? Here's where science and mysticism collide. The human brain naturally produces DMT, one of the most powerful psychedelics known. And researchers believe it's released during REM sleep. Those who've experienced DMT describe being transported to strange dimensions, encountering entities, or accessing higher knowledge. These experiences mirror the feeling of especially vivid dreams. If DMT is released every night while we sleep, are our dreams small doses of a psychedelic journey? Is the dream state a chemical gateway to another dimension? And if so, what else is waiting there for us? Interestingly, some report spontaneous DMT-like experiences without taking any substance, often during sleep, meditation, or deep emotional release. This suggests that the bridge to these inner worlds isn't always chemical, but perhaps vibrational, emotional, or even spiritual in nature. Have you ever dreamt an entire story, days, weeks, even years of events, only to wake and find that just minutes have passed? This isn't just a perception glitch. Studies suggest that the brain operates on a different sense of time while dreaming. Lucid dreamers have even run experiments, counting or performing tasks, and found that time can expand or contract unpredictably. What does that say about the nature of time itself? If consciousness can bend time in dreams, is time truly real? Or is it something our waking mind clings to for structure? And what if our dream time experience hints at how time might operate beyond this physical reality? In mystical traditions, timelessness, the eternal now, is the essence of spiritual awakening. Could dreams be our nightly rehearsal for perceiving existence outside of time altogether? Imagine waking up inside your dream, realizing that none of it is real, yet knowing you can control it. You can fly, visit other planets, conjure anything you desire. Lucid dreaming is proof that while asleep, the conscious mind can remain awake. Brain scans show the prefrontal cortex, responsible for logic and self-awareness, lights up during lucid dreams. If consciousness can be fully active while disconnected from the body, what does that say about the true seat of awareness? Maybe our sense of reality is more fluid than we believe. Maybe we're the architects all along. And here's something wild. Some lucid dreamers say they've gained real-life insight, inspiration, even healed trauma while in a dream. If true, then the dream world is not just a playground. It's a sacred workshop, a temple of transformation. Across the world, across cultures, people describe similar dreamscapes. Shadowy figures, endless hallways, cities of impossible geometry. Carl Jung called it the collective unconscious, a shared layer of human psyche. But what if it's more literal? What if, through dreaming, our minds connect in a shared dimension? Some dreamers report meeting the same beings, returning to the same places. It's as if dreams aren't just personal, they're communal. Not imagination, but exploration of a hidden, shared realm, even more curious. Some people have reported shared dreams where two or more individuals remember being in the same dream environment. Is this coincidence, or evidence that our minds are capable of far more connection than we realize? In dreams, you're rarely bound by your physical body. You shift shapes, speak without words. Sometimes you're someone else entirely. This fluidity points to something profound. Your consciousness doesn't need your body to be. It creates identity at will, forms environments from intention, and explores without boundaries. If we can exist like this nightly without flesh or bone, then maybe consciousness isn't a product of the brain. Maybe it's something greater, only using the body as a temporary vessel. This also reframes the human experience. What if life is the dream of the soul? A more limited, slower-moving reality where we learn through contrast and resistance, but ultimately return each night to the infinite playground of what we truly are. Sleep and death have been linked for centuries. In both states, the body disconnects. The mind crosses into something unknown. Some near-death experiences mirror dreams. Tunnels, lights, floating, meeting beings. Is it a coincidence? Or is sleep a rehearsal for the final journey? Maybe every night we practice letting go. And in those brief, unconscious moments, we remember what it means to exist beyond the body and glimpse the mystery of what comes after. Cultures across the world have described sleep as the little death, and in doing so, they recognized a hidden truth. Death isn't something to fear, but to understand. And maybe sleep, with all its mysteries, is the universe's way of gently preparing us. So where does your consciousness go when you sleep? Perhaps into memory, perhaps into other dimensions, perhaps into yourself, or perhaps into all of them at once. One thing is certain: dreams are not random. Sleep is not silence. Your nightly journey is one of the most profound, unexplored territories of human existence. If you've made it this far, comment "I am a dreamer" to let me know you're one of the rare ones. Someone who seeks more than just answers. And if you're ready to go deeper into the unknown, the hidden, and the infinite, click the video now on your screen. Until next time, stay curious and never stop exploring the dream.